Welcome back, guys. Today, we're going to talk about having a mission that matters and how you can draw people together to achieve great things when you have the right alignment. And also going to cover some of the things that take away from your ability to have that and to win. So, first off, thank you so much for jumping in and joining this conversation with me. If you're first time here, we cover our best self, uh, whether that's our work, our profession, our health, our wealth. And I'm James DeLuccia. I'm your host. And we're going to dive into it. And today, when we think about what our purpose is or what we're trying to accomplish in the world, the first thing we have to cover is how do we achieve anything great? You achieve anything great with hard work, meaning that it's undeniable demand on you to perform in a path, meaning that you have to execute the work to achieve the goal. If you're going to hit a marathon, you need to be committed to doing the rigorous training. If you're building a business, you need to deliver the exceptional products. You need to delight customers. You need to reinvest those profits and grow the business. What if you're trying to write a book or have a project? You need to dedicate the time and focus to do it. And so I want to hit these core pillars, and the core pillar of building anything great around hard work and the consistency that's required and how we execute regardless of our feelings or our mood matters, meaning that whether we're in a good mood, we got lots of sleep, and everybody's happy in our life, or we are in the seventh level of hell and we're tired, exhausted, and everything feels like it's broken and nothing's good. Convenience doesn't matter around hard work. In order for you to achieve, and for me to achieve, we have to have a relentless pursuit. And that can be draining at times. It can be isolating. You can feel alone. You can hear the inner voice that you're trying to drive against and pursue on, either motivating you or pressing against you, or saying, "Aren't you're tired? You should wait till tomorrow," or "Don't worry about this dream. We can have another dream." Those negative voices are all going to be pushing on you. The bad times are going to be pushing at you. You being in a bad mood are going to be pushing on you. But if you want to achieve in your life, you must put in the hard work, irrespective of our mood, whether it's convenient or if it's what we want to be doing right now. Your goal is your goal. The goals do not change no matter how we feel. And the work we put in has to be our best effort today in this moment. Some days you're going to feel better. When I would take a red eye in from California to Georgia on Thursday night, Thursday night coming into Friday morning, I worked out at 8 a.m., 2 hours after landing. Yeah, those workouts were not great. But my mission was to compete in Ironman events, and I needed to get the training in regardless of how I felt and how much sleep I got that night. So I want to stress the importance of this, because all this other stuff we're going to talk about, it matters, and it helps you draw and pull people in together and to have a great impact. But you have to have this. You have to persevere, be consistent, put in the hard work, despite how you feel and whether you're tired or not. So what does drive us? How do we get our team to put in the extra effort? How do we win as a business or as a team trying to change the world? How do we do that? And that has to do with your purpose, your mission around your purpose, the purpose of what you're trying to do, their goals. All of that exists, right? The mission that we're doing. This is your platform. This is what we use to propel ourselves forward. This is the thing that we repeat. This is the thing that we're positioning our product for. This is the change we're trying to bring to the world. Your mission has to be clear. Now, the mission, the goal, the mission can be something as, I'm going to run a marathon, and I'm going to use that reference because it's everybody can relate to it. You might run a marathon in 6 months or in 12 months or in 3 years, depending on your fitness ability and where you are currently. And that's awesome, right? The mission or the goal doesn't change. The mission of gaining health, being able to move at speed on our feet, being healthy, all of these things relate to the mission. But if the mission lacks significance, your enthusiasm wanes, the quality suffers because the mission isn't strong enough. And maybe that's your business. Maybe it's something you're trying to do. Your product is just a normal product, right? And so people are just executing for, a low quality product. But if you can come up with a genuine, impactful mission, one that is invigorating, maybe contagious would be a word I would use, well, then you're going to be able to really expand the business and have success. And frankly, get people on board to help you. But what does that mean? What makes something contagious? What makes something meaningful? Well, first off, if you're the founder of the business, or you're the team leader, or if you're the head of the household, or you're just someone in the group, your passion around it and your commitment to executing at a high standard is what is infectious, is what is contagious, is what invigorates everybody to push harder and do more. And it might not seem obvious, but it's pretty simple. If you're working day in and day out on your dream and your passion, and you're making progress, so you're really putting in smart work, but you're also putting in a ton of work, more people are going to want to work with you because they see that you're already committed. It removes the uncertainty of whether or not you're a sure thing or whether or not this is going to work out. They see you and they recognize, well, if she or he is driving this hard, I definitely want to be a part of this at some level. So your own commitment, your own passion, your own belief in the mission is contagious, is powerful. It is the gravity, the attraction that helps people come on board. More so, it makes it enjoyable, right? If you're deeply involved in a mission and you start attracting like-minded individuals, well, now you're starting to attract people that think like you, that act like you, that execute like you, that move at speed, so that you're both leveling each other up. That doesn't mean that you look the same or you come from the same places. No, you believe in a shared purpose, and you're both wanting a key word there, to drive hard for success. And that is incredibly powerful. A single example I can share from this last week, I was working with an awesome entrepreneur in the Atlanta area, and I had gotten there around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. We were working on a project together, and we got our work done. It was awesome. And I was leaving, and he was communicating to me that his staff was tired, and he had a very late night. We had 5,000 pounds of product he needed to ship that night. And the way he was talking to me, he implied that maybe they were going to have to go and he'd be by himself. And it took me a second, but I thought the way he was phrasing the situation was, he was kind of like talking about these people and kind of being by himself. But he was also seeing if I would step up. And I was like, absolutely, let's go. And so we packed up, walked back in, unlocked the doors, went back in, told the staff to go home, and we worked for the next 3 hours. And we didn't leave until 11 o'clock that night. He delivered the product at, I think, 12:30. Everybody was happy. We started back up at 5 a.m. the next day. It was a tough 48 hours, to say the least. But together, we started doing a lot of work and really sped each other up. It was a good environment. We had a good vibe, and it was really fun because the actions we were doing were towards the goal, the mission of shipping the product. And we didn't do anything that was off mission, meaning that we did not, let's just also do this because we're here. No. We did only the things required to ship the product in the best possible way. And that's what we did. I think it's important to hear that because sometimes when you feel people are not on mission, when there's not passion, when there's not excitement, or you just can't attract people to work with you, it makes you wonder why. If I already have these other factors in place, what have I created or done that maybe is making this negative energy? And the best way to think about this is meaningless work or actions that do not directly tie to the mission. And as a leader, we need to tie these things together, or we need to reassess why we're doing them. And I guess some examples are, if you're completing redundant tasks, or you're doing work that's on outdated material because we have to check a box, or you're digging a hole if you're in prison, I guess, and you have to fill it back up because it was misplaced, right? You dig enough holes in the wrong spot, or get told to dig them here and then say, no, we're going to dig them over there instead. I promise you, your energy will plummet and no one will want to work with you again. That's just how it is. So we want to avoid these situations, and not avoid them in the sense that let's just not do the work, but we need to speak up. We need to evaluate the relevance of a task that's in front of us, and we need to voice our concerns to align efforts to the mission. There's nothing wrong with talking to your boss and be like, hey, we've been doing it like this for a year, but with this new technology, this feels redundant. Can we pull these together and then now we can do it at the same time, right? Those are powerful conversations. That's how you build and remove negativity out of the organization. You find that alignment and you drive forward. So finally, when we're thinking about the hard work and being on mission, what you have to remember is the mission has to matter. The mission has to matter to not just you, but to the customers, the people that are receiving your work. And as you tie together those pieces, you begin to accelerate the growth of both your business, your nonprofit, your health if you're running a marathon. As you start to combine the work I'm doing today to the mission, and then everybody's a part of it, what you're going to find is you're going to find speed. And if you allow and encourage people to help you adjust the tasks so that we stay relevant and impactful to the target goal, the mission, well, now you're going to have continuous improvement. You're going to find efficiencies. You're going to keep people dialed in. That is how we build an organization through hard work and keeping the energy up, the urgency up, the passion up, and frankly, making the work matter. Because there's nothing you want more in the world than the time you spend on any task leading to the outcomes that you're driving towards. So I hope this is helpful. Subscribe, put a like in here, give a comment, anything, it helps me tremendously. And I love contacting and connecting with everyone here. And I hope you apply this to your work, to your training, to your life. Build your life by having missions that matter, putting in the hard work. You have an amazing day.